2, 3, yeah!
What is up, you guys? Last Fighter here, aka John, bringing you finally Town Hall 8. I just upgraded a few days ago, and I'm really excited for this video because, as I said, I wanted this channel to be more than just my Town Hall 9 account because a lot of you may not be Town Hall 9, a lot of you may be, upgrading from Town Hall 7, 6, or maybe be a Town Hall 8 right now, and I hope this will really help you when you're in the early stages of Town Hall 8. So, one of the first questions you might want to know is, what do I upgrade on offense? You can go many different ways on this. You can try to focus on upgrading your barracks and your dark barracks so that you can unlock P.E.K.K.A.s and golems, and that creates the go wipe. I think that's a strong option. I think that if you're one that really is excited for that strategy and really wants to use it, then I would definitely go ahead and do that. Another idea could be, if you're a farmer, you could, right away focus on getting your basic Barch and your Giants up to level 5. If you're not a war member, I personally am a war member, so I am going to focus myself on upgrading the troop that will help me the most in war. And the third option even could be upgrading your Hog Riders. If you're a Hog Rider person and you'd like to get them to level 3 or 4, that's a strong option too. But the option that I am recommending for you today is definitely level 3 Dragons. Because level 3 Dragons are so strong, it can even occasionally, with the correct placement and funnel, it can 3-star a max Town Hall 8 if you funnel it right. Will it 3-star every time? No. In fact, I don't recommend attacking a max Town Hall 8 with level 3 Dragons. I just don't think it's very risky. It's either going to be a 1-star or a 3-star. It's not. It's definitely a very hard strategy to completely nail down against a max Town Hall 8, but really against any other Town Hall 8 with 3 level 5 air defenses, even again, depending on the placement of the air defenses, with 3 level 6 air defenses, you can 3-star any Town Hall 8 with level 3 dragons. So my number one recommendation for you on offense is to upgrade your dragons to level 3, because that'll help your clan so much, because you might be able to attack way up and get a 3-star against a Town Hall 8 and really help the higher guys who are struggling be able to attack lower. And it's really a powerful strategy for the early stages of Town Hall 8, and I highly recommend doing that on offense. And now you're going to be asking, okay, well, what do I do on defense? That also can go many different ways depending on your style. If you are a farmer, then I would upgrade your wizard towers and your mortars, because against Barch, having all those mortars level 6 and those wizard towers level 6, you can dominate a lot of times depending on good placement of your splash damage units. I myself am a warring member, and as I said, and I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I am going to focus on my air defenses and my Teslas. And you're going to say, well, John, I focus on those things last. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to focus on those two units first. One, having all my air defenses to be level 6 is huge against mass dragging. As I said, all level 6 air defenses do make it very hard to 3-star against a Town Hall 8. Is it impossible? No. Can it be done? Yes. But it's very, very, very difficult to do. And then I'm going to upgrade all my Teslas to level 6. And you're going to say, John, I do that last. It's like the last thing I do before I upgrade my Town Hall. I understand that. But against P.E.K.K.A.s, I'm going to be most likely attacked by level 1 P.E.K.K.A.s at this stage and my Town Hall. Having high Teslas that are well placed in my war base will destroy P.E.K.K.A.s. Upgrading those two defenses basically make your base a very hard 3-star against Mass Drag and a very hard 3-star against Go Wipe when you have really, really, really high Teslas. So upgrading those two defenses are going to prevent me against two of the monster, most common 3-star attack strategies in the game at Town Hall 8. And that's why I'm going to upgrade that on defense. And I have one big trick for you guys that many of you might not know. And that is, do not upgrade the gold storage and storage that you get when you get to Town 8. You're gonna say, well, why not? You're supposed to do that. Actually, you shouldn't, and I'm gonna tell you why. So typically, as you're gonna see in my shop, the one thing that I haven't upgraded yet has gotten my gold storage and my elixir storage. Don't do that. In fact, wait to do that until a very, very, very long time. As you can see right now, my max is 4 million. There is very little in the next, 15 levels that I upgrade this base that will be over 4 million. It is a necessity. So do not upgrade those gold storages, because having 3 elixir storages and 3 gold storages to protect is very, very, very hard with a Town 8, because you do not have that many units as you do a Town 9. So do not upgrade. Don't even touch those gold storages and elixir storages. If you do decide to, then just keep them at like level 1 and use them as like a free building on the outside to maybe protect against your base or something. But don't upgrade those. I highly, highly, highly advise against doing that. And for the fourth and final thing before we start our rating, I'm going to tell you why I'm really excited for Town 8. I'm really excited for Town 8 because there are actually 7 or 8 different 3-star attack strategies you can use that I'm going to be, pouring in how-tos. I'm going to be making videos on how to use those strategies to 3-star. And I hope you guys will love those, because there are 8 strategies I know of that will 3-star. Besides the obvious, there's Mass Drag, there's Go Wipe, there's Mass Hog, there's Go Ho, there's Holo, there's Holo Wee Wee, there's Go Velo, and you can use, like, I guess you could call Surgical Hog a different one than Mass Hog, but it's the same idea. And if I forgot any, I believe that's all. And there might be a crazy 3-star strategy you could do, but those are 7 different strategies. And just so you know, like Go-Ho is golems and hogs, Holo is hogs and loons, Holo Wee Wee is hogs, loons, and widgets in the CC. So there's a lot of different ways you can go for 3-star attack strategies to Town 8. And I'm very excited. I hope you guys are too. I really hope this will help people in the channel that are new Town 8 or about to go to Town 8, or have a second account like me that's about to go. Definitely, those are my, I would say, off the bat upgrade. Once you get, of course, the necessity is getting all those other new defensive buildings up to the level of what the others are before you start upgrading the air defenses. But once you get to that stage and your walls are all what they need to be, I would do, if you're a war member, I would do air defenses all to level 6 and Teslas all to level 6 right away. That's definitely the number one thing you need to do. So, yep, I am very excited. Today we're going to be doing just a lot of raiding and collecting some loot, good old loot, because the first thing when my laboratory in 1 day, 6 hours is done, we're going to be getting level 3 dragons. So I'm very excited. I hope you are too, and let's just jump right into it. Alrighty, so as you can see, I found a base. My usual trick is when you attack, when you're farming, you want at least 200,000 of each to make it even a raid that's worthwhile. And as you can see, my trick is to get these collectors is just to drop a giant or 2 to tank, and just drop a couple troops behind to clean up. As you can see, my archers and barbarians cleaned up as a giant's tanked. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Drop a giant, some barbarians, and maybe a couple archers to clean up behind to pick up all these outer buildings. And I could tell all the loot was in the storages, I mean not storages, the mines and pumps, due to the fact that they were all filled up and the storages were empty. That can help you determine whether or not you want to actually full-on attack the base, or if you just want to pick off the outer buildings, which is what I did here. You're going to see I just continue to sprinkle some barbarians in. That small group of barbarians is going to ultimately clean up on the top. It's going to clean up the rest of the gold. Unfortunately, there was still some remaining in the storages, but it really didn't matter to me. When you're farming, you really just want to focus on the loot and not really the trophies. Here, I was fortunate enough to be able to grab some free percentage points from the buildings on the outer corners, and there's no defenses up there by the spell factory, so I'm going to clean up those. And then the army camp, I will do the same thing to the army camp, which I do to every other building, which is drop a couple barbs to tank and then some archers behind to clean it up. just because I had lost a lot of trophies by farming and not picking up the 50%. So as you can see, this raid wraps up a pretty solid loot gain. Again, it wasn't quite 200,000 of each. It was 200,000 gold, 170,000 elixir, no dark elixir. Unfortunately, I didn't get the dark elixir storage, but right now I'm not too concerned about dark elixir. I'm more concerned about gold and elixir. Alrighty, so here's another raid. This actually had a lot of loot, and I didn't fully pick this up as much as I could have. Unfortunately, uh, the problem is with 4 mortars, it makes it very hard to to get a lot of this loot because they're all. This is actually, even though this guy's rushed, or he might be a brand new Town Hall 8, and that looks like the case because that looks like a base that mine would look like. Um, he does a really good job of, this must be a farmer because he is putting all his splash damage units compact and in the center and very far away so I can't pick them off. This is actually a very smart base design because it really, all the units that can really kill my barbs and archers very quickly are right in the center. So as you can see, I'm going to drop my giants here, some wall breakers behind, bust open that wall compartment. I drop a heal a little bit earlier than I should have, but unfortunately, the majority of my barbs and archers went to the outside. So I had so little troops that had gone for the middle. I'm going to drop my king in here to help, but unfortunately, the majority of my troops went to the outside. If they had gone for the inside, I might be able to get a lot more of loot out of this base. But really, this is a great army composition. I highly recommend this. It's just a standard 14 giants, 5 wall breakers, 60 archers, and 60 barbarians. It works really well. As you can see, the giants doing a great job of tanking until that mortar locks on and kills about 2/3 of my archers. The king is going to whack some walls like he always does. The giants are really tanking for nobody now because they all split. And that's why this is a very tough base, because it really tricks your troops because the defenses are so spread out in different directions. It's very hard to funnel this base correctly. But as you can see, the Barb King is going to whack some walls. He's going to clear this town hall, even with 4 mortars shooting at him. And let's just speed this up real quick. As you can see, he's just whacking walls. Whacking the town hall. He's going to clean up the mortars. I'm going to rage him and then drop a heal. The heal wasn't very necessary. He didn't get the entire building. But as you can see, another very solid raid. 221,000 gold, 163,000 elixir, and almost 400 dark elixir. Pretty solid. Again, when you're farming, no need to go for trophies. I wouldn't have gone. I didn't even care about getting this star. I just care about the loot. So pretty solid raid here. I would again recommend that you get 200 at least out of this raid. I didn't quite get that, but still, this is just some very solid farming. Alrighty, so I have one more base for you. This is actually a live attack. The other ones were recorded. And this is a really nice trophy offer. And the tough thing about this base is that it has a ton of loot on the outside and the inside. And again, this is this is what I talk about, how having the splash damage units in the center is so useful. As you can see here, the majority of his splash damage is in the center and very well protected. So, I'm not going to worry about the town hall. I'm going to worry about the loot. So that archer tower and the cannon are going to be a problem. I'm going to drop a giant here and quickly behind drop about 15 barbs, 15 archers, really quickly there. Clean up all those buildings. That's just a quick, easy way to get a lot of that loot. And I see a lot of the elixir over here on this side, and I'm going to be going for mostly elixir on this raid because I'm focused. My number one focus, as I stressed earlier, is getting those dragons to level 3. So I'm now going to just start picking off outer buildings, drop a archer there, and when you drop archers on buildings that you think, you drop them on a building that might be in range of a cannon, try to position it as far away as possible. As you can see, I dropped mine about as far back so that that cannon couldn't do any damage. I'm going to drop another archer here. I'm going to get that gold storage. I'm going to try to get that one. Yeah, again, I positioned it kind of at an angle so the cannon can't do any damage to it. And let's see here. We've got a minute and 50 seconds left. I see two gold mine and an elixir pump over by the town hall, but that's well guarded. I really want to go for some dark elixir now, so I'm gonna start the raid. I'm gonna drop some archers. They might be able to get these buildings. They might not. I can't really tell at this point. Gonna drop a couple distraction troops. I don't really know how important it is that I get these buildings. It isn't. I'm wasting too many troops, so now I'm going to start the full-on assault from the top corner where that first Dark Elixir drill is. I'm going to drop my giants. I want to wait for the mortar to shoot. I do not believe there is a mortar in range. There is not. So I'm going to drop my wall breakers. I'm going to bust open. Drop my barbarians right behind. I'm going to drop my first heal spell a little bit early because I can see those giants are getting, again, level 4 giants against level 6 wizard tower. Really, really, really kill me. I'm going to drop my clan castle giants behind and then my barbarian king to hopefully go for the core here. That heal is positioned perfectly. You want to position a heal spell more towards it going to the center of the base instead of away to get the full radius of it. Again, I drop another heal spell to heal up the giants and the barbarian king and some of the archers behind. That barbarian king, hopefully, I might not have enough time to get to the core, but I will have enough time to get that dark elixir. That's an insane amount of dark elixir for my town hall. The last heal is not necessary because I'm just going to run out of time. Again, don't feel the need to use all your troops when you're farming. If you can save spells, then do. I'm going to rage out the king here, though, because we're almost out of time. We're going to try to get some of that elixir, and this has been a very, very, very solid raid. Not as much gold, but a great amount of elixir, and I'm very, very, very happy with this attack. So, that ends with 0 seconds left. A great amount of loot. It could have been more, but again, I am a brand new Town Hall 7. So for me to 3-star this base, I really would have to use a very expensive army composition. I got 2/3 of the loot, almost 230,000 gold, almost 215k elixir, and then 2300 dark elixir. I don't care about the trophies, just a great loot. So let's just head back to base here. And my my laboratory did finish. This video was recorded over like a day span, so I lost some loot, I gained some loot, but overall it was a great day for some looting. I didn't show some of my attacks just because some of them really sucked. But anyways, so we're just eking on towards getting this base, close to max. Even though it's brand new, we're just going to keep on upgrading these defenses and see what we can do here. So, I have 3 builders left, and I'm going to focus on, again, getting these buildings up as fast as I can so that they'll be the same level as the rest of the buildings. I'm going to upgrade is that 980,000? Ooh, that's a lot. I'm going to actually get that Tesla because I did stress about the importance of Teslas. We're going to build that. We are going to, with the rest of the gold, I'm going to say we're going to upgrade, keep upgrading that. Archer Tower is 80,000. Mortar is 1.2 million. Is that 1.2 million or 120,000? 120. No, 1.2 million. So we can't afford. No, it's sorry. Gosh, my math is horrible. 120,000. So we're gonna upgrade that. Actually, I know I said that mortars aren't that important, but to upgrade right away. But I'm gonna upgrade those. And then for the final upgrade of the day, we can't do anything Dark Elixir because right now we're a million away from getting level 3 dragons. So I'm going to just upgrade that Archer Tower and call it a day. So, alright you guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot. Sorry it was very long, but I do want a lot of you to really, get a lot of benefit from learning what to do when you first upgrade to Town Hall 8. Please feel free to comment any questions you have about what to do or, any ideas that you have that would help you. And I will be sure to definitely respond to those comments. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you like it, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.